Hey, welcome to my channel, Grip, Hike, and Spike. I'm Kettle. Today's video is about Holly Holm. Holly Holm was a boxing champion for many years with the IBA, and also she was the former Bantamweight champion of the world, where she won her title at UFC card 193 against the famous Ronda Rousey right here in Melbourne, Australia. Anyway, before we get to see her using this kettlebell to do her KettleBell MMA training, let's have a look at her beat the shit out of people. Coming up, you're going to be seeing Holly Holm use the kettlebell to do the kettlebell swings, the deadlift clean or the dead clean, the dead snatch, and also the dead high pull. Okay, check this out. The first exercise we're going to have a look at is the kettlebell swing. Now the kettlebell swing is a full body exercise, okay? And it's an exercise, and a kettlebell exercise that's used commonly in all gyms, not just MMA gyms, but all gyms, but especially fighters. Fighters love this exercise. Why? Because it develops a lot of hip power, a lot of core power, a lot of, strong quads and glutes, okay? Now, I'll just give you some hints on how to do the kettlebell swing, okay? Now, when you're first starting, try and use a kettlebell that's not too heavy, okay? And not too light. Anywhere between, for most women and men, anywhere between 10 and 18 kilos, okay? Just to be safe. Now, first step, you want to step up to the kettlebell, okay? I do it this way. Then you want to take just a natural step back. Now, if you've noticed, you can wear your MMA gloves that haven't got too much fist padding. You can wear your MMA gloves when you're working with the kettlebell, so you can transition from working with the kettlebell and also snap your pads, right? So from here, you take a step up, take a natural step back. At this point, you want to hinge, okay? Your feet, the direction of your feet is facing this way. Also, if you notice, the handle is this way, okay? Horizontal would say, feet facing forward. We hinge like we're doing a deadlift, okay? You want to put all the weight through the heels of your feet and also into the butt and into your glutes. From here, you want to take this grip, which is the monkey grip, okay? That grip where it's just your fingers holding the handle. You're going to use two hands. Okay, from here, reach out for the kettlebell and grip the kettlebell. Then lean back. As you lean back and shift your weight into your heels, right? You'll be gripping the floor with your toes. If you've got bare feet, you can grip your shoes inside. Grip your shoes when you're inside. And from this point, the bell is tilted, okay? From here, we want to take a hike back, which we call the hike. So from this position, we want the arms to connect with the body. Connect with the body from here. And then once we connect with the body, this is when we can stand up. So without the kettlebell, stand up like we're planking, okay? So we're basically going from the hinge position to a plank position. So you can recite those words in your head. Hinge, plank, hinge, plank. So from here, hinge back down again, grip it, tilt. From here, hike, plank, hinge, plank, hinge, plank, hinge, plank. And place it down. And always place it down where you found it. Okay? This is an explosive exercise. That's why it's great for MMA, okay? Because you want explosive hips when you're shrimping out of situations on the ground. You want strong hips when you're doing that punch. Strong hips when you're grappling, body locks and so on. Single legs and double legs. You want to have a lot of strength through your core, from the floor to your core, right? And this is one of the best tools to use in kettlebell, okay? Again, quickly, step over it, step back, feet facing forward, hinge, okay? Grip with the monkey grip, hike it back, and explode, and plank. Okay, engage your core, engage your glutes, grip the floor with your feet and your toes, and you should feel this through your whole body, from your feet to your core, your hips, your quads, your glutes, and through your lats. And this is also developing grip strength and grip endurance. Okay, excellent exercise to use. Add this to your workout programs. Here's some technique tips, right, for the deadlift clean, or the dead clean we call it in kettlebell universe. Right, so from here you want to again step up to the kettlebell, and you're going to be performing this exercise from the deadlift position. Okay, so from here you put the kettlebell right between your legs with your feet facing forward. Okay, we want square shoulders as well. Then we want the kettlebell to be on an angle. As you can see, with the kettlebell on that angle, I'll explain to you why we need that in a minute or two. From here, the kettlebell like so, we're going to use that grip again, okay, the monkey grip, the loose thumb, okay, monkey grip. We're going from here, hinging at the hips like a deadlift, just like the swing I just showed you. From here, we want to explode up, and we're going to be doing a pulling action. But when you do this pulling action, you're not going to be flaring out your elbows. You're going to keep your elbows quiet. So your elbows will basically stay attached to the side as much as possible. The momentum from the force created an energy from the floor to your core will allow that kettlebell to come up and just quietly slip into your hand, which I call spiking the handle or spiking the kettlebell. So from here, again, we're hinging at the hips. All the weight is in your legs, through your butt, in your heels. From this position, grip the kettlebell with the monkey grip. You want to stand tall, and as you stand tall, the kettlebell or your hand spikes the kettlebell. Okay, from here again, we drop it straight down, and we keep those elbows quiet. Don't want the elbows going out like so, or making some, shrugging movement. It's not a shrugging movement. Okay, I'll do it with the other hand. I'll get a bit closer for you from here, and just stand up, and it just quietly sits down. See, notice my elbow. My elbow stays in place. So if I had a band wrapped around my waist and around my elbow, you'd see my elbow is not going anywhere. And it's a great exercise to use, okay? It's a strength exercise in the kettlebell universe because you need a lot of energy to lift up the kettlebell. Now, with this exercise, you can go quite heavy. You can go from 10 Ks all the way up to 24 Ks, 26 to 28 Ks, 30 Ks even, because you're only moving a short, there's only a small movement here. So it's a really good strength exercise for the core, for your glutes, really kind of like a whole body exercise, but great for your grip, because the grip is developed through that pulling motion from here. Okay, excellent exercise to use, really beneficial for combat sports like MMA. Add that to your workout program. Now let's look at the dead snatch. Now, the dead snatch that Holly is performing is an extension of the dead clean. Now, the extension goes from the racked position to an overhead press. So if you can do an overhead press, doing a dead snatch should be a natural progression for you when it comes to lifting the kettlebell. So from here, again, remember these tips. We're hinging at the hips with the kettlebell, the handle of the kettlebell facing like a 45-degree angle. You want to take a step up to the kettlebell, and I just step back. And we want the kettlebell in line with your toes. Okay, from here, it's in line with your toes. From here, you want to just hinge at the hips, shifting all your weight to your behind and your heels. We're using that kettlebell monkey grip, okay? A monkey grip that you should be well aware of by now. From here, okay? From here, we stand up. We're gonna bypass the clean and straight into the snatch. Now, from this position, we're standing tall, lifting the elbow up and extends. At 1 o'clock, we're gonna spike that handle like previously in the clean position so that the bell sits nicely, and we wanna have a center line. So from here, we go up the center line and pumping your hand through, okay? So it kind of mimics a shoulder press and a dead clean. Okay, from here again. Okay, one more time. And punch it through. Now you deliberately punch your hand through so that kettlebell just slips in. And you can see that the kettlebell's not doing that, but the kettlebell's doing that. Okay, it's going from here to here, but in the higher position, the overhead position. So again, and pump it through, nice and quiet, okay? We want that kettlebell to stay nice and quiet. Just shift hands. Now this is a full body exercise, okay? So many benefits to this exercise when you're developing your glutes, your core, okay? A bit of coordination going on as well. The strength exercise, okay? Great exercise to use for combat sport and pop it down. So again, tips are kettlebell at your toes. Want to use this monkey grip, hinge at the hips. When you hip drive, the energy created from the floor to your core will drive that kettlebell up. At the point of 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock, you want to punch your hand through the kettlebell handle, okay? Like so. Okay? And again. And again. And punch. Okay, like you're punching the air. Drop it on the other side. Punch. At the 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock position. And re-rack it. And then put it down to be safe. Excellent workout. Excellent exercise to use in your workouts. Again, another full body exercise like Holly Holm is doing to keep yourself nice and fit and develop that grip strength, full body coordination and strength. Excellent exercise to add to your workout program. Right, so the final exercise we're going to have a look at, you see Holly Holm using with her kettlebell training, is the dead high pull, okay? There's a lot of similarities to the dead clean, dead snatch, okay, and the snatch itself. Now, again, we're gonna pop this kettlebell right between our legs. We want this kettlebell right between our legs, but just a slight modification where it's at the line of your toes, because we want a bit of clearance when we're lifting it. And it's very similar, this exercise, to a high puller, right? You know, if you've done a high pull before, it's a deadlift, and then your elbows hike really high into the sky to lift it to here. But what we're going to do, continue above your head. Great full body exercise to use and to perform and do lots of reps with, because it's a great full body exercise that involves your toes, your glutes, your core, your quad and your core. Alright, so from here, bell with the position of the handle this way, we're going to hinge, and again we're going for that monkey grip. From here we're going to deadlift, but continue and then pump the bell into the air. Okay, from here and down again. Okay, we'll go back to that same spot, the dead, and down again. Now it's not your back that's performing this exercise, you engage your glutes, okay, and your core to get that bell above your head. Stand tall, back down again. You see the movement? Very limited. We're not swinging the bell, okay? We're just pumping it up. And from here, pump it down. Pump it up, pump it down. Again, great full body exercise. Developing your grip, developing your core. Right, your grip with your feet and your fingers. And developing strength through your glutes, your quads, and your core. Now, a lot of people might say to you, do not perform that exercise. I'll say BS, bullshit. Go ahead and use it. It's a safe exercise to use. Just don't go too heavy. Go between 10 kilos and 20 kilos. This is a 12 kilo, right? Because I like to do lots of reps. This is an 18 kilo. I'm using the same technique, right? So from here, and down, and down, and down. So you're getting a bit of work through your shoulders, your triceps, your forearms, as well as all the other benefits, okay? So a great exercise to use. Do add that to your workout, okay? I really hope you enjoy those exercises. Do add those exercises to your sport, whether it's rugby, soccer, netball, even if you're a dancer. But for MMA and combat sports, excellent exercise to use with the kettlebell. Remember, between 10 kilos and 20 kilos. And yeah, it'd be like Holly Holm, I guess, where she uses the kettlebells extensively through her MMA training. So anyway, please check out Holly Holm on the old internet. Amazing fighter, former world champ in boxing, many years, and also with UFC, where she won that awesome title against Ronda Rousey right here in Melbourne, Australia. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm KettleBell, and remember to like and subscribe. Before you go, let's just watch her one more time, just beating the shit out of people. Check this out.